Number 5, Jordy Nelson. I know everybody's thinking, Nate, what's going on with your love affair with the Packers? I thought you hated the Packers. You know what? Deep down inside, I do, but you got to give credit where credit is due. There is no other receiver that had more red zone touchdowns than Jordy. He had 11 red zone touchdowns. So if you want to sit here and say, I don't like the Packers, Aaron Rodgers is too good, they're a product of their environment, that all may be true, but you got to give credit when this guy is doing,
it's just those two.
Hey, that's the benefit of being on a team where you're two of the best receivers playing with Aaron Rodgers.
All right.
So 11 touchdowns in the red zone. You can't argue with that. Number 4, LeSean McCoy. Buffalo Bills running back. Very interesting.
Do tell, Nate. Do tell.
Do tell. I know you're saying, well, he's shifty, Nate. I usually see him
as a goal line back.
I see him in space. But listen, though, there's so many things about him that you love, but 12 red zone touchdowns last year. 12. So here's the thing about this offense. Even with the weapons, Tyrod Taylor and what he does, they leaned on him closer to the red zone because he is shifty and he can get around the edge. Just like he's running in right there, you would think red zone, boom, 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 we're getting in. Think about when they do those stretch plays and he's heading to the pylon. How many times have you seen him skip past the pylon? That's him doing his job in the red zone. So 12 red zone touchdowns for LeSean McCoy. Had to give him credit.
Red zone running is often not about size, it's about vision. I don't know if anybody has better vision in the league than Shady.
Great point. Vision and speed and shiftiness, that helps in the red zone. Number 3.
Gronk.
Mike Evans.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
Oh, Mike Evans, listen,
big man.
We're falling in love with this guy because he's making plays. That stutter step is nasty. We actually saw that on Hard Knocks. This is going to be one of your favorite receivers this year. This is why we love him. Look how high he is, the catch radius, how big he is. The man had 7 red zone TDs last year. Just check him out. You can't stop that. And the reason I'm so excited about this, because we know what Jameis gets when you know how he gets when he gets close to the red zone, and then you add Deshaun Jackson, you add the tight ends, the running back. He's not going to get the same type. You see these plays? 2, 3 guys always surrounding him. With D-Jack out there, the running back, the tight ends, he's going to be facing single coverage more often. And if you're giving him single coverage, it's not 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10. 10 times out of 10, he's going to come down with a touchdown. So I had to give Mike Evans credit.
So we always think of a receiver on the red zone fade pass, right? That little thing in the back. But for Mike Evans, a lot of it's over the middle. Like, just give it to me in the middle.
Because the matchup problem when he's facing that nickel back or even in between the safeties, there's a dead spot always in the middle of the field. If you got a guy that can plant his feet and power up like a power forward going for a rebound, that's what Mike Evans does.
2 slots left, Nate.
2 slots left. All right.
What you got?
Number 2, LeGarrette Blount.
There we go.
Now listen.
That should be number 1.
There's a guy that's okay. All right, Shrakes, calm down. Take it easy.
18 touchdowns.
He led the league with 18 rushing touchdowns, okay? Not every touchdown he had was in the red zone, but when you're rushing this much and you're getting this much production, I have to give you credit for how you're doing it. LeGarrette Blount, he's one of the guys that you say, well, he's with the Patriots. Can he do it again? We just saw some of the highlights for the Philadelphia Eagles, and he looks rejuvenated, looks like he could be the same guy. And we got to start giving this guy credit. He's not a big back. He's not a bruiser. He's not 2 yards in a cloud of dust. This guy's a legitimate 3-down running back, and he's going to do it. Oh, my God. Oh, my.
Eagles finished 24th in the red zone last year. He's going to be a huge improvement.
Huge improvement.
One of the best offseasons.
And at that size, that weight, he should not jump like that.
That's a power back?
That's not a power back. All right, last one.
Number 1. So wait, before
you said LeGarrette Blount.
Let's go through some of
the names. It's got to be Gronk.
Okay, Gronk's not in there. Okay, that's going to be the biggest conversation. I had to throw this out. That's the spoiler.
All right, you don't have a single tight end as a top red zone target.
I don't.
It's going to be Austin Carr.
The leading tight end last year had 8 touchdowns total. Let's go. Number 1, David Johnson.
Oh, all right.
Running back. Now we're talking. Now we're talking, right? Feed me a little bit. Right. And you know who they were feeding? They were feeding David Johnson all season. And they struggled at the offensive line position protecting their quarterback. So if they're struggling to protect their quarterback, what do you think they're doing in the running attack with David Johnson? The man had 17 total red zone touchdowns last year. Kind of blows your mind because you're thinking, Arizona Cardinals, they sucked last year as a team. Collectively, you didn't want to pay them attention. And I hate to use those words. They were so good 2 years ago. And then last year, you're thinking, I'm not going to pay attention to him. The man had 14 rushing TDs, and he had 3 receiving. And guess what? With the amount of talent they have on that offense, they're going to try to lean on him again. With improvement on the offensive line, Carson Palmer, I'm getting older, he's going to lean on that young man. And then coming out the backfield, he can catch like anybody else in the game. So that right there is my top 5 list.